If you want to see how I get ready, then just keep watching. This is somewhat of a new type of video for me, but it has been the top requested video. So let's get started. I am not a beauty guru, so give me some slack here. But first, I like to start off by using my Lancome Visionnaire Advanced Skin Corrector for wrinkles, pores, and texture. I'm really liking how this is totally changing my skin. Next, I like to apply the Olay Regenerist Micro Sculpting Cream with SPF 30. It is such a light anti-aging moisturizer that you can wear well underneath your foundation and makeup. It's just very light, and I like to place them on my neck and behind my hands, and it just makes my skin feel nice and hydrated. So today I'm going to use the Urban Decay's Optical Illusion Complexion Primer for smoothing and pore perfecting. I have very large pores on my nose. I'm a Native American Indian, and I just, there's nothing I can do. So I've been trying different primers. My favorite is Dr. Brandt's Pores No More, but I'm definitely liking this one. This is probably my second best one. I like to tap it in on my nose a little bit, get it a little bit on my forehead, on my chin, and just it really makes my makeup stay in place, which I'm liking. The Hourglass, I was not that impressed by it. But anyways, all this stuff you got to do, honey, look good, huh? Just kidding. Another favorite product from Maybelline of mine is their Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circles. It's a treatment concealer, especially with me, hardly getting any sleep. You just easily just twist it, and I like to put this under my eyes to hide those dark circles, especially in the inner corner right there and on the other side. I don't like to drag it down too much. I know it doesn't look all that great, but I like to kind of pat it in a little bit, and I like to do it underneath my foundation, not on top. I don't know. I notice that a lot of people will wear this over their foundation, but I find that it just looks too bright. So I like to do it underneath, make it look a little bit more natural. I love to use Estee Lauder's Double Wear Stay in Place makeup because that's exactly what it does. It stays in place. And I'm in the color Wheat. I use my hands to apply my foundation. I just haven't got a chance to really play with using a beauty blender or get a foundation brush. I'm just using my hands. I find it just a little bit easier for me to kind of move the foundation to the areas that I need to. This foundation is awesome if you have oily to combination skin, pores. It just really, really makes the face look very even and beautiful, and you can really build this up from medium coverage to full coverage. It's totally up to you. I also enjoy using Maybelline's Fit Me Mate and Poreless Foundation. If you haven't tried that one, I would totally recommend that as well. But, everyone has different needs and wants of their facial skin and so forth, and I just find that those two are probably my go-tos. And don't forget, ladies, to go underneath that jawline. I remember when I was in junior high, there would be like all these girls around high school, and they forget to smooth it down around towards their neck and jawline, so all you saw was this line. It was pretty bad, but it was kind of funny. So I'm always conscious about getting all that, just so I don't have no rings. That's just not sexy. I like to use this e.l.f. High Definition Powder. It's a translucent powder that creates like a flawless effect. It's supposed to try to mask the fine lines and imperfections. I like to use this as a setting powder just for my nose, because I figure if it helps with the soft appearance of wrinkles and so forth and imperfections, why not use it on my large pores on my nose? So this is a step I kind of do. I kind of pat it in there, and I just let it sit. It looks funny, but hey, a girl got to do what a girl got to do. For eyebrows, I like to use the Benefit Brow Zings, and I'm in the number 4. I've had this for a long time. Checky, oh my god, hit pan. But I love using one side with the wax there and then apply it afterwards with the powder. So let me see if I can do this, because again, this is so awkward putting on your makeup in front of a camera. I don't know how they do it, but right here I am just applying the wax first. I tried to do the pencil, but I don't know, I just find that for me, it's just hard to do it with the pencil. So I find it rather easy just to use an angle brush using the wax on, and then and then apply the powder afterwards. So yeah, I didn't know where to look at with the camera because, again, this is kind of awkward. Now it's time to put on the powder over the wax there, and as I'm applying it on my eyebrows, you'll see that it looks a little bit harsh, should I say, with that big old angle, but don't worry, I have a brush that I'll be brushing through it so that it'll look a little bit more natural. I like to go with a natural arch. I know some people say, you know, not to bring it down so low, so I'm also trying to make sure that everything is even and balanced, because girls, you don't want like one way up and then one way down. So there's a lot of like what's going on behind the scenes here, but again, it's kind of awkward to do this in front of a camera, but you guys wanted this video, so I aim to please. Using my favorite brow shaping brush by Eco Tools, I'm just now going to brush everything out just to make them look fuller and less defined. I don't really want any harsh angles. I did try using an eyebrow gel once, and you just kind of brush them up. Yeah, that didn't look very good on me. I think that looked a little bit too harsh and way too manicured for my liking, but I just like fuller eyebrows, and one of these days I'm going to have to start using an eyebrow pencil one of these days. But right here I'm just kind of going back and forth, making sure that everything is centered, nothing hanging over, you know. Today I'm using the eyeshadow palette that I brought here by Morphe in the warm tones. I love this palette, but I like to use these two frosted and lighter colors there to go directly underneath my brow bone there. I like the shimmery look on below, just below my brow. I don't know, I like that look. Just as a side note, before I place any eyeshadow on my eyelids, I normally will use eyeshadow primer, but because I forgot to pack one in my luggage coming here to Vegas, I don't have any. So I'm in the lookout for a new eyeshadow primer. So any suggestions, please leave in the comments down below. Now, to add a little pop on my eyelids, I'm choosing the L'Oreal 24-Hour Infallible eyeshadow in the color Amber Rush. Oh, this is my favorite. It is super pigmented. It's a warm copper gold color. It is just beautiful. I like to use my finger and just tap that on top of my eyelid. There's a little bit of fallout. A little goes a long way, but let me tell you, the little shimmer that it gives, it just enough pop, and it's just beautiful. Okay, now it's time to work on the crease of my eyes, and I love using this NYX single eyeshadow, and it's in the number 16 called Dance the Tides. It's a beautiful brown. I don't know why they call it that, but I'm gonna swirl my eyeshadow fluffy brush to begin to apply to the mid part of the crease of my eye, and I like to kind of blend it outward. As you can see, some people use like a windshield wiper technique. You know, I don't really have a preference. I just kind of like to blend it as much as I can, going upward, not totally near the brow, but close to the brow bone, only so that it can kind of make my eyes appear a little bit larger. I really like to get on the outer quarters just so that people can actually see that I'm wearing eyeshadow. I really like playing with different colors of eyeshadows. I tend to go to the fuchsias or the purples, blues, greens. I love using gray, but For most of the part, I tend to really stick with the earth tones, the browns. They just seem like, you know, you can wear that every day kind of a thing, and that's kind of what I wanted to share with you guys. I normally wear this usually when I'm filming YouTube, and I get a lot of you requesting for Get Ready With Me, so this is the look I'm trying to share with you. So again, I'm just blending everything carefully, building it up. And if I go out, I like to tend to go towards more dark or charcoal. And I really emphasize in the crease, making it dark, almost like a cat's eye. But not today. Again, I like to make sure that in these areas of my eyes, like right here and right there, I like to make sure that you can actually see the eyeshadows. I'm just kind of double checking to make sure it's all good. Now using a dark brown from either my favorite Morphe palette or the Too Faced chocolate bar, but today I'm going to use this dark brown for the crease of my eye, where I now apply it from the mid part of the crease and work it out, and then I kind of work it back in. This kind of creates more depth. I feel like I have been putting on makeup like forever. I started to actually wear makeup when I was in junior high, but even before then, just playing around with my mom's makeup or my cousin's makeup until my mom would find out, and then she'd tell me to go wash my face, of course. But man, just playing around with it, I really need to up my game lately. Ever since now I'm a stay-at-home caregiver and housewife, you know, I just need to put a little bit more effort into it. And with the new makeup products they have these days, geez, I mean, it's a total game changer. And I get so excited about learning other people's products that they use and watching tutorials and so forth. But I don't know about you, but when I watch reality TV like the Kardashians or Housewives or whatever on the TV, I feel like I need to put on makeup. I don't know, their faces look extremely just glamorous and just makes me want to play even more with makeup. Okay, time to blend it out a little bit using my fluffy eyeshadow brush here. I just want to make sure everything is well blended. With this more tapered style looking brush, I'm going to apply the same type of dark brown eyeshadow that I had used, and I'm going to apply that to the lower lash line. I basically use this as my eyeliner for the bottom of my lashes. I like to use the eyeshadow that I'm currently using in the crease. I rarely use the pencil, and if I do, I use the Maybelline pencil in a dark brown, and sometimes I'll use both, but today I'm just going to go more on a softer look. Now I got to do something about this nose. We're using a big fluffy facial brush, which I didn't bring, so I'm going to have to use what I have on hand. But I tell you, that technique using that e.l.f. powder really does work with large pores. So then I'm going to grab my Lancome Dual Finish powder. Love this thing. I'm in the Honey 3, and I'm going to lightly place powder all over my face, which also helps out with the fallout of the eyeshadow. And I can totally tell a big difference when I don't use the Lancome Dual Press powder. You can use it wet, basically as a foundation, or you can use it dry. And I find that it really evens out everything, as you'll see here in a few moments here. Gotta love fast forward, but ladies, again, do not forget about the jawline. You don't want to have a ring or anything like that showing. Now it's time to actually contour my chubby cheeks here, and I used to use Too Faced Soleil in the chocolate, love that smell, but now I'm using the NYX, the dual palette, and I'm absolutely loving this. So using the Too Faced brush, and I'm slowly going underneath my cheekbones here, but because I'm Native American, gotta love the cheekbones, I'm going to go directly underneath, kind of right from there, suck in your cheeks, and there we go. You know, having very chubby cheeks and a rounded face, I feel like contouring is like huge. And being Navajo, I feel like some of us really have to work on the contouring of our cheeks. So I try my best to make it look natural and kind of slender on the cheeks. And I like to go around my forehead, on the side. It's all about contouring. It's like... just kidding. But yeah, and don't forget the jawline, because you know it kind of reduces the appearance of having a double chin, and yeah, anything can help, right? Alright, so now I'm just gonna do the other side just as I did on that side, but you can totally tell a difference though. So I'm just going to continue on contouring for a round face. It normally doesn't take this long, but it's funny how you do things differently when you know you're filming and you're doing it so you can show people what you do, and you put a little bit more thought into it. But being in cosmetology, I learned so much about applying different makeup techniques for different shapes of different faces, and it was just a lot of fun doing each other's makeup. I mean, that was like, what? You want us to what? So I really enjoyed that part. I love using Lancome's Art Liner eyeliner. It's so easy to use. I mean, it's just great. I can't say enough of it. If you guys see my empties videos, which you should, you see this all the time. But anyways, I use this for my upper eyelash line there, and don't ask me how I do this. I don't know. It's just many years of doing this. It's like riding a bike. No, I'm just kidding. It's just a little bit easier for me to do nowadays since I've been doing this since, oh, I don't know, many moons. Now it's mascara time. I like to use two actually. One for the top, which is Dulce, and the bottom lash is Maybelline Great Lash. Preventing me making funny, silly faces while I'm applying it, voila! Due to YouTube magic, there it is. So next is cheeks. Yes, hit pan on this one as well. CoverGirl Cheekers. I really like this one. I like the color. It's like a it doesn't even tell me the color of it, but it's kind of like a pink, and it has a little bit of a frost. And I just take my blush brush and I go on the apples of my cheeks there, and I like to smile just so I can see, you know, where to put my blush on. And I do like that shimmer. I love the shimmery look. Just makes my face look a little bit more glowy and put together. I'm burning up inside, but I can feel no pain. I won't try to stop her. She can't be tamed. Highlighter by Physicians Formula. I just love these colors. I tend to use the gold part. I barely even tap anything on my highlighter brush, and I go above my cheekbones there. I just love the look. I love how it just ties everything together. I don't use it anywhere else. I don't put it anywhere, just on the above cheekbones. Currently I am using the Estee Lauder lip liner. It's a long wearing lip liner in number 9 called Spice. I'm really liking this lip liner. Again, I'm going for the natural look, and I just outline my lips as well as the inner part just to make sure that it wears great and long lasting underneath my lipstick. This is my favorite all-time lipstick. It's just very moisturizing. It's not dry. I just love it, and especially over the Estee Lauder lip liner, it's just a great match. Lately, I have been experimenting wearing a bolder and brighter lipsticks, but I always tend to come back to the natural or the shimmery, or, you know, just some lip gloss, something like that. But every now and then, I really need to bust out with the red lipstick. Ooh, mwah! Well, thank you so much for joining me on my Get Ready With Me. It was awkward, but yet fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. And now I gotta do something with my hair, and just like that, voila! Again, if you're new, I would love it if you would click that subscribe button. And look, hey, this is where my look came from on my vlog. Remember to click that subscribe button. You know, the one down there, right there somewhere on your right. Thanks.